Greetings and welcome to the Sports Card Ripping Teacher. So I have been trying to consume as much Green Bay Packer news as I can possibly find. And just listening to some of the interviews from yesterday, Jeff Hafley, he continues to impress. I would not be shocked if he is a head coach somewhere in the NFL next year. I hope not. I don't know if there's any desirable jobs out there, but I wouldn't mind him just saying, you know what, I'm going to stick around one more year in Green Bay and see what is available next year. But, he brought up the loss of Micah Parsons and then turned things around immediately to be positive in just how he was game planning for a season without Micah Parsons. So he has a lot already to go for the Chicago Bears this weekend. And I do have a good feeling about it. So Jeff Hafley has definitely talked the talk. It's now time for the Green Bay Packers defense to walk the walk. And one thing that I did hear Rashawn Gary say, hey, I'm playing great. I really wanted him to say, you know what? I've been not playing my best possibly, but you know what? I got this team. I'm going to put the team on my back and I'm going to lead this defense. I wanted a little bit different message from him, but it really didn't matter. And Jeff Hafley did his best sports card ripping teacher towards the middle part of that interview, and he predicted Micah Parsons will be back healthier than ever, no big deal. And also, he's going to break the single season sack record, which we don't know what that is going to be when this season comes to an end. But one interesting thing I talked about with my students on, what day was OJ? Tuesday. I talked about OJ did all those stats in a 14-game season and possibly next year, the year after that, an 18-game season. So who knows with all these record folks. But definitely like the things I heard from Jeff Hafley. Now, the Green Bay Packers injury news. I mean, the list is long here, but guess what? It's the National Football League. We are in December. And you know what? If you got an owie, stay home because everyone's injured. The Bears have injuries as well. I don't get into Bears business. I stay out of those things, but I know they have guys that are injured as well. And the list is long here. Jeez Louise, a lot of limited participants. A lot of people that did not practice. But when I'm looking at this, there's four main names I'm looking at. Evan Williams on the defensive side of the ball. He sounded fairly optimistic, but I'm going to put him down as a no for playing on Saturday. Zach Tom, probably on the offensive line, probably more of a maybe, but on that negative side of maybe. So maybe about a 35% chance of playing. I do not feel good about that one there. Christian Watson, he is on the north side of maybe, about 75%. I don't know how healthy he is though. And Josh Jacobs, the guy's been injured for most of the year, and I do think he was a non-participant both days, and that was the case last week as well. So I kind of think he gets that veteran practice schedule right now. You're just suiting up for the games, pal, which I know he doesn't like. I know he has clashed with Matt LaFleur a couple times, but hey, need him fresh for those ball games. I think he will be ready to go. Now, as far as his backups, Chris Brooks was a limited participant with a chest as well. Marshawn Lloyd, who could come off that injured reserve list, he did not practice at all. And where is I'm blanking on his name, the guy who did well for me in fantasy the 1 week. He's not even on the injured list anymore, so I think he's going to be okay. Savion Williams, wide receiver, he was limited, so we'll see what we got going on Saturday, but I feel good about it, folks. I'm feeling a 17-16 victory for the Green Bay Packers. All right, class is in session. Today is Thursday, December 18th, 2025, lesson number 85, and the Packers have had some great 85s. Max McGee in the Super Bowl and, going out having a good time the night before thinking he's not going to play and then hauling in some touchdown catches from Bart Starr. This year, Tucker Kraft. But Tay goes out to, that's right, Greg Jennings, who in that video game, if you remember, he broke his leg and said, I'm going to put the team on my back. And he just took that broke leg across the goal line against, I think it was the Saints maybe, Barry, in pick six. It could have been the Saints, but classic video game memory from our early adulthood, I will say. In 1988, the Seattle Seahawks won their first division. And I mostly say that as my phone runs out of storage, but good luck to Cash and Dad Pack Busters. They gave me, I think they scored almost 200 points, if not over 200 points. in our matchup over there, and whew, I will not forget that whooping for some time. So you always want to, lose to the guy that goes on to win the championship. So good luck to you. And in the year 2000, Jaden Daniels was born. Always hate to see some of the stars of the league get injured. Really hate to see anyone get injured. Wish it was a game where no one did, but football is not that way. So hopefully he has a successful campaign next year. And Scary Terry is showing off more of those Jaden Daniels cards. It's now time for us to open up some Phoenix football and some Green Bay Packer packs. All right, we're back. And you know what? We're just going to finish off this little hobby exclusive, which I just saw that Target dropped some of these as well. That one feels like thick. That could be our relic. Maybe save that one right there. And I think they were maybe $20 more, I think. So, and I'm not sure if they're on the, get back in focus, if they're still on the Walmart website or not. Cam Miller for the Raiders. There's a Josh Allen's on the contours. That is a sharp-looking insert right there. We had a numbered Matthew Golden earlier. Jonnu Smith. Ricky Williams, I barely remember him on the Ravens, but I do remember that face guard right there. A little Jared Goff. I am kind of surprised the Packers are, there's Matthew Golden right there. The Packers are favored in the game. And I know your defensive players do not move the line very much. Got a Will Johnson. Only quarterbacks, sadly, will do that. Will Johnson, what is that? 36 out of 125. Who are the Arizona Cardinal fans in the community? Let me know. Malik Neighbors, Jaden Reed. I do feel like he's going to have a really good game coming up. Led the Packers in receiving the past couple years. This one feels slightly thicker than the two previous. All right. We got the wrong Hunter. Bo Nix on the Thunderbird. Man, he played so well last week. Legit contenders, that's for sure. Lamar Jackson. There's my birthday buddy right there, Lamar Jackson. Hunter Henry, Patriots playing outstanding. Another Bronco right there. All right. Man, what if we had the autograph and the patch in the last two packs? One of my buddies pulled a Joe Burrow stained glass. He's been texting me about it. He said, friends and families discount, $175. I'm not sure if that's a discount or not. And this guy's been playing pretty well for the Saints. They won last week, I think. Now it's Tyler Saw, I think, right? Oh boy, I'm butchering that one probably. Thought that was going to be numbered. It is not. Sweet color in that one, though. Jay Novacek. Mike Vrabel, man. I mean, I always hate getting coach cards, but he is coaching pretty well. And talking about, okay, this is the patch right here. This one does feel a little bit thicker as well. Talking about the Titans job. Would you want to go to a place that just got rid of Mike Vrabel and seeing what he's doing with the Patriots? Probably not. Jeff Halfley, stay where you are, my man. We may have two patches possibly. All right. We got Royals. Going to go from the back here as the pros do. Jerome Ford. Dalton Schultz. Williams. What do we got right there? Tyler Shaw as well. Okay, we got a patch right there. It is numbered 143 out of 299. Not from any specific game at all. I feel like I'm saying his last name wrong. And I always hate when I'm pulling them of late because I hear someone saying, okay, that's what it is. And I just can't remember it for whatever reason. And this one feels thick as well. So maybe we have a little, maybe a RPA would be nice. All right. Come on now. Got a little Jalen Hurts there. That's another thick boy. All right. Pull from the back, as they say. There's that Jalen Hurts. Smith. Bryce Young. And what do we have here? Little Ashton Genty. Look at that one right there. That is very nice. He's got to go to my autograph class. I will give him a discount for sure. Number 2, But that's a beauty, 193 out of 199. Look at that. That is beautiful. That's how all the patches should look. These boxes are pretty good, folks. Go ahead. Walmart may have them. Target just dropped them. Class is dismissed.